They tell me otherwise. This is Sacred Voices Live. Thank you so much for everybody coming out tonight. Thank you to everybody who is streaming online as well. We're super excited to have you all. We have this new tree behind me, so we're trying something new. We got this new brick behind me. We're trying something new. It's springtime. It was a little chilly. I have my sweater on, but don't be confused. You are watching a live stream right here, right now. For those who are live in the studio audience, if you're feeling all right, can you make even just a peep of noise if you have the ability to do so? For those who couldn't hear that, one guy said, yeah. I'm just kidding. We have a great studio audience. Well, my name is Sarah Day. I will be your host this evening. I'm super excited just for like our featured artists. I'm super excited for our opening act. I'm super excited for all of you that will be joining us for the open mic portion as well. I might even see if I can get maybe somebody from the back. You know, there's always those voices back there, and it's like, maybe we can get them to come out here. I'm talking about our tech crew. Please give it up for our tech crew in the back. Fantastic. Well, I do want to get us ready and primed for our opening act, which is the lovely Gingy, which I have had the pleasure of meeting behind the scenes. Lovely individual, might I say. Gingy is an unapologetically Black vocalist and multi-instrumentalist with a passion for creating that spans across spoken word, musical compositions, and lyrics that lend themselves to genres such as R&B, neo-soul, jazz, folk, alternative rock, and rap, to name a few. With a voice that adapts and a dedication to perfecting their craft, they bring an energy to every performance that listeners instantly connect with. Born and raised in Chi-Town, Chicago, her original music reflects the city's rich cultural diversity while also capturing her personal evolution as an artist and a human. As Gingy continues to evolve, they remain focused on creating music that encapsulates, serenades, inspires, mystifies, and moves the audience, whether they find themselves throwing it back on the dance floor or reflecting on a powerful lyric. If you're looking for an artist who will bring passion, authenticity, and versatility, it looks like you're in the right place. Please give it up for Gingy.
I just want to comment on that warm reception. My heart's all full right now, So, I have something that I'm going to start the show with. Know that it is not the way that I feel right now, but I wanted to give you a wide range of what I have to offer. Meat on the bones, nothing left to chew. Dipping my teeth, staring at the sinew. Exsanguinated, no passion left to wade through. Over a faded toe, pop my balloon, tight as a short, scattered so far. And wouldn't you know, I'm lost in the rear view. Pieces and bits, too many I ripped, folded and bent, desperate to fit you. I think you think I think way more about you than I really do. And I want, I beg, I need, dying to prove. Tell me the truth. Oh, doth it persist? Oh, feeling all the distance. Far from being close friends. Is this really the end? 'Cause you're making me kinda nervous. Scratching sick, I'm allergic. And maybe I'll stop, try to let go. Let it cool off, have it all turn to snow. It could leave my heart cold. Couldn't be any worse, oh no. Oh no. Oh. Thank you. That song was about a very necessary breakup. And let us move into something that is maybe not as lighthearted. This one is about, and I'm gonna speak to you because this is a very personal topic to me. This song is about dealing with substance abuse, and specifically about when someone very close to you that you love is dealing with it, and you're trying to make it better. Please pull me from here, it's getting hairier. I was chugging ahead and crashed the barriers. It wasn't planned, now I'm here and it's very dark. But fuck it, I don't care at all, I'm ahead of y'all. Plus I grew up rough, my skin tough, can barely see the scars. Comes in clutch, please don't touch, I could get easily jarred. I'm barely breathing, it's hard, I'm ripping, tearing apart. No, my soul is tender, it's raw. This vessel's failing, it's God, can't face it, no, I'm a fraud. Oh, disjointed, disconnected, disappointed, misdirection. Only sometimes can stand my own reflection. Doesn't sit right with me. Empathy quite empty, past the blunt and the Hennessy. Take a bump and a pint and another bump. Need to be numb for a minute. Go stupid, go dumb for a minute. I don't wanna cry no more. I don't wanna. I'll take how I feel, oh Lord. Not too late, but I swallowed my sword. Tongue cuts quick, could trip, fall on me. This is a raging war. The raging. Turn on some tunes or wash with the grooves. Let the smoke fill the room. Let it choke me my tomb. I'm making friends with the moon. She always stays steady as I zoom. Insomnia is gray heady and I'm up till noon. Eyes blood red dead and my thoughts consumed. Blasting loud, cannons boom. Passing out, venom fumes. Tank on E, but I know me. I'll be there soon. Cause I got something to prove. This ain't no FOX, this is the amateur news. Face this J like I'm chasing the truth. Racing after, wanna capture like fountains of youth. But it's slipping right through like liquid. No, life's hard. Life's hard. Cause I live there. I don't wanna feel it. I don't wanna feel it. I don't wanna cry no more. I don't wanna. I'll take how I feel, oh Lord. Not too late, but I swallow my sword. Tongue cuts quick, could trip, fall on me. This is the raging war. The raging. Please reconsider. You say you know your limits, that you quit when you're finished. But I'm wishing you would stick with the promises that you spell when you're sober. And I can tell, I'll track you fail. Your spirit's jail. This isn't so good for your health. This is torture. I wish I could help, but you dragged me to hell. Tried again and again, and you didn't treat me oh so well. If that's how you do me, how you doing yourself? When there's no one around, when the darkness abounds, my heart keeps shifting till you safe and sound. In silence, I now sit, I'm pondering how to be more honest with you. And I don't wanna cry no more. I'll take how I feel, oh Lord. Not too late, but I swallow my soul. Tongue cuts quick, could trip, fall on it. This is a raging war. The raging. Thank you. That was Dispense with All the Drama. I put that one out right before the pandemic hit in 2020. And it's actually one of my songs that's done better. So I'd like to think that it's helped at least one or two people out there. Let's drum on some stuff, you know? This next one is an original. It's called Go Burr. I produced this one all by myself, so I figured I could drum on it and just let my bars do the thing.
Money machine go burr. People getting evicted, the city gon' burn. People getting taken like everywhere you turn. In a few weeks, they gon' all disappear. Niggas dropping like flies, but nothing to fear. I didn't really think I'd make it to this year, but where are we going now that we hear the flow is slow and driving in mirror? Harden my mind with a hardy veneer. Starting to wear, meat I like stare. Smooth through the crack, splinter like cherry. Would if I could, sweet as blackberry. But I'm spread thin as jam. Did you hear that canary? She been singing her song, I guess I'm hearing it belly. Now it's a fat person singing, tune in and be wary. This is a thriller, suspenseful and scary. Vision too blurry, not seeing too clearly. Running in and out of rooms when I spy a disturbance. It's approaching high noon, high in spirits and bourbon. Spitting so turgid and elegant flourish. I've been nursing and nourishing, milk in the bowl, pancakes and syrups, beating some stirrups, giving right to my worth and everything don't fit perfect. No Jenga, so the towers all topsy and turvy. But I'm feeling lucky, stick a rabbit's foot in my verses. Ice cold, I'm bringing with me a flurry. I see, I said I'm bringing a slurpee. Black ice, if you think you can hurt me. This will slap nice like a nigga for turbans. Bring a pen against they hammers, they say niggas is murder. Tap the scanner, tech this techless, they say shoot him and hurt him. That's the sad truth. This shit been happening since your pets youth. Popping off in the boardroom, CEOs in their lives, eyes rolling back and boredom. All about the funds they can hoard up. Give a fuck about the family they tore. They lie as easy as I breathe. They roll right off their tongue, kinda like I roll my weed. Big and stupid, yes indeed, I smoke gorilla fingers trees. Money machine go burr. I've been getting lifted, don't think too hurt. My mind like a sieve, don't retain water. They detain niggas, we can see how weak they are. It's the strangers, I think peace ink before we repass them and pay to even peep the source. I plead, please seek discourse. God dang, I'ma need at least a quarter. Let me rip this blood.
That one was about just the way that they be like charging us so much for rent and then like healthcare and stuff. And then they're like, actually, fuck you anyway. So, yeah, that was on my mind a lot. Also written during the pandemic. I think we were kind of at the height of that and are now back again. Yay. I think I have something a little lighthearted to share with you. I do. Yes. Okay. Something positive. Here we go. So this song has a special place in my heart because I sang this in an Irish pub in Bangkok, Thailand, completely impromptu because I was maybe a couple of liters deep in some beer and might have been harmonizing too loudly. And the performer heard me and they brought me up on stage and we did this song together. So I learned it on the bass, and I'm going to play it for you now. I have since added a little something special at the very end. So here we go. Alrighty. And you're welcome to clap, a little snap, something, anything. Oh, I hear y'all. Can be said I'm an early bird. It's 10 o'clock before I say a word. Baby, I can never tell. How do you sleep so well? You keep telling me to live right, to go to bed before the daylight, but then you wake up for the sunrise. You know you don't gotta pretend, baby, now and then. Don't you just won't wake up? Dark as a lace, smelling like a bonfire, lost in a haze. You're drunk on life, babe. I think it's great while in this world. I think I'll take my whiskey. I could be black in my bed at 3. You're too sweet for me. You're too sweet for me. I take my whiskey neat and black in my bed at 3. You're too sweet for me. You're too sweet. Said, baby, too sweet, precious to me. You give me life in still cavities. Could overdose be a tragedy? 'Cause swear to God, but that'd be blasphemy. Yeah, you're too much, so I can't touch. Need distance, you're my favorite drug. Rub you on my skin just to soak you in. Disregard the cost, do it all again. It's breaking my bed at 3. You're just too sweet for me. You're just too sweet for me, too sweet for me. Hey, thanks for the snaps, y'all. I appreciate that. Thanks. I would like to invite a special guest up on stage. I just learned them this bass line about 25 minutes ago. It's an original of mine, but let's see how it goes. For those of you that don't know, this is Jaden, beautiful human Jaden Cowell. I'll take a brief moment to let you know that we will both be at FOCO and Max on April 25th, albeit performing with different bands. So, I mean, still come up there and see us both. I will be in the Colorado room with the Palmico Sound Band at 2:45. Is anybody here familiar with Meadowlark? The Meadowlark bar, where sometimes jams happen? Okay, we got at least one person. If you haven't been, I urge you to go, especially Wednesday nights. They have a live, I would call it, it's a general jam. There's some funk, there's some jazz, there's some hip hop. Sometimes there's some like UK drill. I don't really know. I just show up and it's a good time. At one of these many times, I wrote this song. So this one is another, I guess it could be positive, I guess. I don't know. I be writing a lot of sad stuff, y'all. I'm just be so for real. And I try and get away from it, but yeah, that's what's in my heart. But I am a happy person, so I'm trying to write more happy stuff. This one is just about like how heavy life can be sometimes. So, absolutely. So boom, 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 boom. A professional. Lately I've been feeling way too much, and I'm illin', rebuffing and rebuilding, never quite reaching the ceiling, reflecting in a wishing well that only I'm refilling, and I wish me well, hold me while, no, don't let me hold you. I already took this photo, already strode that road, though I'm a long way from home. So I have sprung an abode right on the corner of wrong and insecurity. No stop sign in sight, so the walls keep on pushing me, rushing out of spite, surely due to the plurality. I'm tiptoe right out of here, exiting stage left, skedaddling, left heaving heavy breath till the tide finally pulls and I can drift off and dabble in But the dabs have been taking my speech away, and I know I should stop someday. But the high keeps on grabbing me. It's got a hold on me. Ooh. Ooh. It's back to the torch as I flash and I scorch the things that bring me praises, telling me I'm talented. Logic leads to justice, for fuck it, now I'm babbling. And lately I've been feeling some type of way. And now I am spilling onto the page. Like soft serve on a sunny day. But the sun hasn't come, it's hiding behind the haze, behind the clouds, perfect refrain, and I miss it. Said I miss it. Like I miss your smile some days, the way that we would laze, and while the day away. So lately I've been feeling some type of way, some type of way, and now, said wish it was that easy, but it's life, living life, and it's getting tough. That's right, like a well-done steak for someone who has only ever really known it rough. So lately I've been, so lately I've been, lately I've been, ooh, oh, 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 some type of. I think I am over time, but I do have one more song. Okay, cool. This last one I wrote like 2.5 weeks ago, and then I found this YouTube beat like 3 days ago because I've only ever done this up on stage at one of these jams. I find a melody in my head, and then I take it, and then I sing it, and it usually comes out pretty good. So if you have spoken word or music in your heart, I would encourage you, check out Metal Arc, check out Herbs on, I think it's like 22nd in Larimer or something like that. And then there's also a bunch of cats that have smaller jams that are happening, like at the Decibel Room, Raymond Cipriani is doing some stuff there. Pedro at Couched Media. It's a little up there in Westminster, but I promise you it's worth the drive. All right, I'm going to close it out with a little something special. So I wanted to write a song that was pretty devoid of metaphors and analogies and allegories, etc. Just a little something straight from the heart. And kind of like how they had like early 2000s and R&B, and they really just gave you what they meant. So that's what this is. I miss you, babe. The bed was cold 'cause you weren't there. Now I ponder where you lay instead. Now I wonder where you rest your head. Are there arms wrapped around chest? Are you breathing in? Your cheek in the palm of their hand. I prefer to go sick in the head than to conjure these awful things. Filthy images, love notes I had for you unwritten. High hopes once true I have lost grip with. My t-shirts that you took with my smell, are they now hidden? Are you recalling me with the grimace? Am I finished? Am I done? Am I cooked? Did you run? Should I Are there arms wrapped around? Who sent? Are you breathing in? Your cheek in the palm of their hand. I prefer to go sick in the head than to conjure these awful things. Filthy images, love notes for you I had unwritten. High hopes once true I have lost grip with. My t-shirts that you took with my smell, are they now hidden? Are you recalling me with a grimace? Am I finished? Am I done? Am I cooked? Did you run? Should I look? All right. Thank you. That was Cooling Rack, and that was the latest song I have written. I've been Gingy. That's Gingy. You can find me anywhere on the streaming platforms. Getting away from Spotify, we on Quobuzz. You know what I'm saying? Qobuz. I'm pretty much everywhere. No Spotify, no Amazon Prime Music, whatever that bullshit is. Yeah, and then I'm on Bandcamp as well. So you got Gingy.bandcamp.com. Thank you for listening and for being an interactive and engaging audience. I really appreciate y'all for being here and just like being beautiful people. That's my time, more than my time. Thank you.
Woo! Give it up, give it up, give it up for Gingy. You know, can you guys hear me okay? Okay, cool. Sometimes you come across people in community and you're like, yeah, they're talented. And then you come across people and you're like, whoa, they're talented. And so you are definitely the latter. You are extremely talented, very charismatic. I love this. I love this. I love the bass. You are officially a family member here at Sacred Voices. So thank you for being here, sincerely. Yes. Sincerely. The lovely Gingy. And that is how you start off a great show. All right. Well, yeah, as I said before, my name is Sarah Day. We are going to get ready to get into our open mic portion of the show. But before we do, I do want to be mindful to let you guys know this is being recorded. Now, if at any point you do not want to be recorded or you do not want us to post, anything with you, please do let us know and we will definitely work with you on that, meaning we won't put you online. There are cameras. We have a camera right here. We have a camera right here. We have a camera right here in the back, and we have one back there where the lovely gentleman is standing. But nonetheless, we will try our best not to get the back of your heads. No? No. All right. Yeah. Said no. What? It's okay. It's been a long week. I know we're all trying to it's been a wild week. It really has. Well, this is Sacred Voices Live. We are here every second Friday of the month. So thank you so much for being here this evening with us. All right. Now, Sacred Voices empowers BIPOC youth to find their voice, embrace their culture, become community leaders, promote artistic expression, and all of the above here in the Denver metro area. We do have the sign up sheet in the back of the room on the stool for our open mic portion. I don't believe we have anybody here under the age of 21, but we've actually been trying to reserve the first 3 spots for anybody under the age of 21 just to get you back home to bed, Prioritize the youth, all right? Performance spots will be about 5 to 7 minutes. If you're running over a bit, I'm really understanding and super lax, but if I need to, I'll stand in the back and maybe wave you down. But we're not going to boot you out of here. We're not going to curse you out. We just want everybody to be mindful and respectful of one another, all right? This is a safe space. I always try to reiterate that because some spaces are not a safe space. But when you are here, you are a family and you are welcome, okay? Thank you for being here yet again. You are allowed to say thank you. Right? No, for real. Some of the performances may be shared on social media. So again, if you don't want that, that's perfectly fine. All the performances are recorded again tonight. So if you want a copy of your performance for completely free, let us know and we'll get that to you as well. And it's high definition. This is not all for show, okay? I promise. Gingy, hit us up. We got you. We got your footage. We got you. All right. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that they're paying me to tell you guys. This here is a QR code right there. And that is a QR code right there. At any point in the evening, feel free to whip out your phone. I will not be offended. And scan that QR code. There are some goodies in there. Goodies about Sacred Voices Live, well, of course, and Sacred Voices in general. We do a lot of work here in the community. There's also a donation link in there. We are a nonprofit, so we are completely community funded. Every little bit counts, all right? I did not plan this, but I do want to get us off on the right foot. Charlie, if you don't mind, can you bring that clipboard up here pretty please? Our resident Charlie. I love the clapping. All right, for those who are streaming online, that magical hand that just passed me the sign-up sheet was actually the magical hand of Charlie. Charlie is our resident Charlie is what we call him. Charlie. Good people back there. Has books and stuff. I'm sure he'll tell you about it. With that being said, are we ready to start the open mic portion? I feel like you guys are almost there, and it's my job, I know, to kind of ramp you guys up. You just walked in and you don't know what's going on, so let's just start yelling. Woo! Perfect. Welcome. We don't do that for everybody, so you are definitely special, all right? The lovely Angel Anderson, how are you feeling? Yeah, please. Give it up for Angel Anderson. I'm feeling good. Thank you.
Why, thank you. That's nice. That's nice to hear. Yes, please. How's everyone doing? Yeah. Oh, love the hands, please. Come on. Way to play bass, bro. That was awesome. Now, everyone, I'm Angel Anderson on socials. We were talking about, at a shirtless poet. You said we got like 7 minutes, right? Okay, so I'm gonna do 2 of my songs. One of them. So a little bit about me. I'm a bard. I write a lot of fantasy stuff. A lot of things with the gods. Can you hear this? Is that okay? Cool. Okay. Oh yeah, this is better. Okay, so this first one is about me. Because what kind of bard would I be if I didn't introduce myself through a song, right? I was raised by night. She showed me all I had to know. She raised me to appreciate every star and the moon's glow, Every star and the moon's glow. Her sun is death, and what a god. He pins me down hard on the ground. He lets me rise just high enough to grab my neck and land his pound. I was raised by night. She showed me all I had to know. She raised me to appreciate every star and the moon's glow. Every star and the moon's glow. In my attempts to fly away from the ocean's deep and darkest depths, the moon became my closest friend, taught me to hunt and catch my breath. I was raised by night. She showed me all I had to know. She raised me to appreciate every star and the moon's glow. Every star and the moon's glow. My guide didn't bring me knowledge. She taught me to fend for my own self. In other lives, he got me dancing. Then we both jumped off a cliff. But don't worry about us, for I happen to have wings. You just got to take my shirt off to see some pretty things. I was raised by night. She showed me all I had to know. She raised me to appreciate every star and the moon's glow. Every star and the moon's glow. You can rise by night. She'll show you all you've got to know, so long as you appreciate every star and the moon's glow. Every star and the moon's glow. And that's Raised by Night, everyone. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, it is plugged in all the way. It's not all the way up. It is all the way up now. Yeah, is that better? Yeah? That's what I thought. Oh no, I can hear her. It sounds the same to me. Well, I don't want to eat everyone's time here, so I'm just going to go ahead and do my other one. This one's coming out on streaming on the 24th of April. And so we've all heard about the most beautiful woman in the world. Well, this one's about the most beautiful man and how he fell for the queen of hell. A single glance upon your eyes creates a grand new universe filled with awe and rush. Here I live in love inside, to fill with gold and see you blush. Your bright burning heart screams for my touch, for me to soothe and feed her needs with butterflies and wonder such. I hear her yearn for loving seeds, for a single glance upon your eyes creates a grand new universe filled with awe and rush. Here I live in love inside, to fill with gold and see you blush. I read read your stories, and I'm filled with burning and adoring praise. For you fought your way out of hell, a fight like mine, for love to raise, for a single glance upon your eyes creates a grand new universe filled with awe and rush. Here I live in love inside, to fill with gold and see you blush. What destiny writes for you or me or us is mystery, but beauty as she fills your soul, that's what brings life to history. For a single glance upon your eyes creates a grand new universe filled with awe and rush. Here I live in love inside, to fill with gold and see you blush. For a single glance upon your eyes creates a grand new universe filled with awe and rush. Here I live and love inside, to fill with gold and see you blush. Ah, you blush, everyone. Thank you, appreciate it. Now, A Shirtless Poet on socials. That one is coming out on streaming on Apple Music, Spotify, all that good stuff on April 24th. And am I good to unplug? Awesome. Have a good night, everyone.
Woo! Thank you, Angel. Love that. So much musical talent in the building. Like, it just makes me want to take your guitar, not steal it, but just play it. Maybe later. Maybe I should have prefaced with that. You know, I'm not gonna steal your shit. Right? What's today? Friday? Yeah, I just might. It is a pleasure to have you here with us, Angel. And I keep trying to place your face. Is this your first time here? Perfect. Welcome to Sacred Voices. Give it up for Angel. That's so cool. Sometimes we have repeat offenders in here, and I hope you become one of them because you're now a part of the family. So thank you for sharing what makes your voice sacred. I love that. Awesome. All right. Well, as you guys can see, if you do have instruments, we are able to plug them in. I do want to double back on that and figure out why it wasn't as amplified as I would have liked. But we will get back to you on that for sure. So every now and then, I like to pull up a random poem. Right. This is an open mic. I cannot read this person's last name respectfully, so I may see if one of you all can translate it. But it goes like this. Life is what you make it. So many are coming at it wrong. Victims, seeing that life happens to them. Life is bad for them, but life is life in and of itself. It simply is what it is. Shakespeare was a genius. There's nothing good or bad, but thinking makes it so. We are obsessed by the truth. Yet we don't live true to ourselves. You are a human, after all, who can change your perspective on things, see things differently, feel things differently, because you have cognition. Yet you're stuck, flailing in a life of waiting and cursing when you could be discovering and creating. If only you come from a place of creation rather than having to know, your life would transform miraculously. Sophie S. Thank you. I know, right? Like, I sat with it and I was like, I think there's something in there for me. I don't know. I don't know. This one's by Sylvester McNutt. I am not for everyone. I know my truth. I know who I am. I know what I do and do not bring to the table. I'm not easy to deal with, but I do bring tons of value. I bring love and strength, but I'm not perfect. And if I don't fit in with a person or a group, that is okay with me. Sylvester. Shout out Sylvester. I feel like there's so many poets in the world, and there's so many poets in the world that, believe it or not, they won't necessarily, I don't want to say step to the mic because it sounds like a challenge, but they won't necessarily come to a space like this, but they'll print, their words. And so it's nice to be able to share them, in spaces like this. So there you have it. Moving right along with the open mic. If you're feeling good, say woo! Talking to you, rolling. Jaden Cal, how are you feeling? You want to come on up? Give it up for Jaden Cal.
I need a stool. Hello, how you guys doing today? Good to see you guys. Good to be here. So I actually just work down the street, so it's actually nice to catch this one sometimes. But I usually come to these unprepared. As you know, I did just play bass earlier. That is my main thing. But I just have a couple of stuff, some notes. And one of them is technically a song, but I can't sing. So you can play with that idea, I guess. But I think I'm just start with that and then go from there. This one is called I'm Scared. I'm scared to be around you, happy that I found you. I want to be inside your mind. I swear I'm not a creep, just let me get a peep of what goes on behind those eyes. I don't want to fuck it up, you got my heart doubled up every time I see your smile. How do I win a losing game when it comes to my dating style? I want love from you, girl, but I'm broken from this world. I want you in my world. I can't protect you from my hurt. I'm terrified to text you, kind of want to sext you. I just want to call you mine. I don't mean to stalk, I just want to have a talk. I guess I'll come back another time. I'm not worth the trouble though, I can never seem to let you go, even at 1,000 miles. I wish I had the guts, seems I'm always in a rut. I'm avoidant in my attachment style. Thank you. So again, that one's technically a song, but I can't sing. I just threw some chords on it. You may or may not see that one in my future. Who knows? And the last, I think I'll just end this kind of short. It was a quote that I heard. I'm not sure who, but I did write it down in my notes. So do with that what you will. You can find it if you do. But it spoke to me because it gives you a reason to create and kind of, there's no reason to not, basically. But the quote is, art is beautiful, even when it isn't good. And so to that, just create. Thank you.
All right. Sorry about that delay. Still trying to figure out the amplification. Jaden, did you leave these up here? Angel, did you leave these up here? I'm reading out all your information. Angel Anderson, music and theater. Ooh, you're in theater too? Sweet. I'm just going to put this in here. Jaden, thank you for sharing what makes your voice sacred. I apologize. We're trying to figure some stuff out in the back as well. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. Lovely. Glad to know you all are doing well. Are there any other first-timers in here by chance? Yeah? Gingy as well? Gingy, you're more than welcome to sign up on the open mic sheet as well, okay? Right? Well, as a friendly reminder, we got those QR codes up there. Feel free to scan those so you can learn more about our organization and all the work that we do within the community. I know I'm up here giggling and laughing, but we do a lot of serious stuff too, man. We talk to the kids, man. Roland's like, I dig it. Sir, Mr. Rolling, you want to come on up here? Legendary. Give it up for Rolling. Roland, do you wanna sit or do you wanna stand? It's depending on that. I like telling the story of I love how I love how Sacred Voices spans generations, right? And I remember there was another evening, I believe, when Roland was here, and there was a young lady who was actually like blowing bubbles in the room, and it's just a very special moment.
Thank you.
Beautiful, perfect. Give it up one more time for Roland.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think I've mentioned this before. I'm a graduate of Community College of Aurora, Colorado Film School. At my late stage and age, it was time to do it. I'm just recovering from a hip operation. 2 months. When I was young and in my prime, I tell people I could do it any time. Now that I'm old and gray, 5 times a day. And then my best friend, Antonio, he jumps up in front of everybody. All my other friends we were drinking with, we were having a party. And he looked me in the eye and he said, "What are you talking about? Taking a nap or going to the bathroom?" I could have choked him. This year, in May, I'm waiting for my dentures. The first week in May, I'm getting my dentures. I'm not young. I come from a family of 7 brothers and 3 sisters, and I had a good dad and a great mother. Wow. I tell people that I think women work harder than men because I seen it happen in our family. But anyway, let's put that aside for a while. Let me pull out my glasses. Life, an ordinary miracle. Wow, how the gift of life, love, and strife. A treasure in this pleasure, a breath in life. A gift of love, of family, to dance, romance. The gift of life, a wife, a child, to go the mile. An ordinary miracle, a smile. A time to find a place in the world, an ordinary miracle. A place, a face, a race. An ordinary miracle, to chase, to run in the sun. An ordinary miracle, to choose a time for us. Just a fuss, to listen, glisten, run and hide. A game, to tease, to please, the movement, the moment. A reason for the season of living and giving, forgiving the past. At last, it was too fast. An ordinary miracle, to go with the flow, a chance, a voice for caring and daring. An ordinary miracle, to be here, this time for good, to be as it should. An ordinary miracle, to become someone, an everlasting son for someone. An ordinary miracle, a mother with a boy, the joy, not a toy, to play the day into memories. An ordinary miracle in revelry, this time to come, this time to go with the show. An ordinary miracle, to do it, to show it, a time to care and care, a breath of fresh air. Thank you. I write poetry, but I also write serious. And when I'm writing serious, sometimes I can get pretty deep. And I do enjoy getting deep because I write about Ukraine, I write about Russia. I say, Vladimir Zelensky, world #1 hero. I say, Putin and Trump -0. But anyway, this is source Adam Quark. Spark created the ark. Adam Quark's spark to receive and conceive the Adam and Eve at the beginning of earth, to begin with their spiritual worth. Mankind in time, space and matter. Is male, female in master design, with the conscious mind to seek and find. Here and there, everywhere, water and air, with love and despair. This time and matter, to climb the ladder, to find mind space in the right place. The first breath is for a wonderful life, to start a path, good with joy, going into wrath in an odd biological stage, to age, and then dress before the stress, eventually our deaths. The emotional, oops, thank you. the emotional regulation for an end sensation. As time does pass real fast, beginning to end, we are worst enemy or best friend to start it all over again. OMG, Lord and Master, it is anxiety to create possible disaster, danger if speed, not in need, a dying deed. Universal source, mission is fission and fusion in a universal conclusion. Water and air are clear as it appears and disappears. Conscious universe is order, disorder, chaos. No border. With the amazing source supporter. If the universal circle is beginning with no end, it contains small source energy, eternal energy cells with silence energy valves. In this small vibration, there is a multiplication of a sensation, the source, changing spirit of now to continue as it shows mankind how. This bliss is odd, as it is the universal source order that has a great finger of God. If God is everything, it is like a silent bell ring, a vibration in an eternal atom multiplication. Sensation. Change is eternal, never ending, positive, negative, energy action in reaction. The energy concept of ancient Chinese combined forces with the yin and the yang in complementary, contrary, opposite forces, interdependent, but intertwined in two principles of yin and yang. Female, a dark side, in negative, cold, wet, and feminine. Yet yang is bright, positive, masculine. Interactions that influence and give rise to counterbalance each other with spots, dots within each other. Charge is part of change. Thirst is part of birth. Senses come to conscious evolution for a solution to share and be aware of life choices, love voices. If nothing new, try change point of view, and life changes as life changes. Life is time-space of vibration matter. Ignorance is lack of knowledge, information, and experience in common senses with consequences. Life is stimulus and response, but with the freedom of choice to reap what you sow, what you know in show. Identity is your life in eternity, or stupidity, or different destiny in our great humanity. So be it. Amen. Thank you. If I got a little more time, I can read you this one.
Hey, Roland, they
But
told
I'm
me.
going. Okay.
Sorry, they told me
That's
to,
good.
to wrap.
Thank you.
But please give it up for Rolling, Roland.
Hey, hey.
Roland,
God bless.
yes, 100%. Roland is and will always be a family member here at Sacred Voices, and we love him dearly. I got you. There you go. Of course. And there is a well of knowledge that lives within Roland.
Hey, I'm back. Look at that. I'll just make a quick announcement. So I also tend to do a lot of tech stuff. Like I said, I'm an AV tech. But this upcoming Friday happens to be the City Records open mic at City Records. But it's also the last time it's going to be at this specific location because City Records is going to be moving from Colfax. To be announced. I'm sorry, I don't have too much information, but I do have that information. So if you would like to come out and support some other community activities as well, City Records, that is 1331 East Colfax. It's right, basically Colfax and Park Avenue. Other than that, enjoy the rest of your open mic here. I'm going to hand it back to Sarah Day.
I love that exit. Maybe the way you transition, then I can do this to come back on stage. I like it. Thank you for that, Jaden. We're all about the public service announcements. And I was not aware that they were moving from Colfax, so that is good to know. Going back for a second, Roland, thank you for being here, always. And as I mentioned before, there is a well of knowledge that you do have. And so every time you come back, you're always welcome, okay? I hope you know that. Sincerely. We are almost to the point of our featured performer, the lovely Alecia Jay Davis. Before we get there, though, we have our resident Charlie. Charlie. He stands in the corner, sitting in the corner. I tease Charlie because Charlie has been here since before I got here, back when it was Cafe Cultura. And Charlie is just very consistent, very diligent on the board of Sacred Voices, whoop whoop, and has written multiple books. So Charlie, you want to come up here and bless the mic? All right, give it up for Charlie El Colibri MC.
Okay. So it's on. Okay, word. Cool. So yeah, name's Charlie, El Colibri MC. As Sarah Day was saying, I write stuff. I do stuff. Poetry's like, I guess like my third job, question mark. I lose track. I've been awake since like 4 in the morning. I'm running on like 4 hours of sleep. Hey, but we're here. Yeah. So I didn't prep anything, so this is gonna be fun. Yeah, sleep deprivation. Let's go. Let's go with an old one. An old one. This one is actually in my most recent book that I published. I think it's been like 2 years since I published a book. I definitely need to publish a new one. But yeah, that's besides the point. So, hola, my name is Charlie. Yes, spelled with an X and a Y because my native tongue has a lexicon that doesn't have a CH prefix written as a CH and a Y because my tia wanted me to carry my dad's name but still be unique, you know? Plus, I have a Z in my last name, so it completes the whole XYZ collection. But where are you from? South Denver. Where are your parents from, though? Why do you ask? Well, you spell your name funny, and you're not brown, but not completely white. You're like a shade of tan, so what are you? Soy el sudor de la frente de mis padres donde mi jefe aguantaba quebrándose la espalda en la construcción mientras que mi jefa inhalaba sustancias tóxicas sin guantes ni cubreboca dañando su alma y su piel. I am a nobody where words come and go slipping through my hands as I try to think of how to phrase this answer. My blood runs deep, rivaling La Amazonia, crossbred between this, that, and the third of cultural backgrounds that don't fit in a single convenient white bubble on your checklist. Every breath in different verses as I see you purse your lips, not being fully convinced of what I'm saying, waiting for me to lead you directly to your desired destination, as if I'm a stowaway on your frontier airline, heading to a nation built on colored bodies, pitting us as rivals in a deep-seated denial that this system plays favorites if you're not with all the capitalistic monochromatic rules where you would rather see me use a garden tool instead of making you look like a fool. Like I said, I write stuff. Speaking of writing stuff, I just got a couple short ones. All these are brand new. Thank you. 2 of them I actually wrote right now, like in the back. So, yeah, that's gonna be fun. Yeah, and I did like shotgun 2 energy drinks. So let's see how that goes. But this first one, I definitely wrote it a little bit. I think it was like 3 days ago. Yeah. Anyway. Allow me to introduce myself yet again. I'm what you would call a Cheshire cat, a being made up of carbon charcoal minerals that harden into indestructible diamond faces. Being able to enter a flow state, I don't hesitate when I reiterate. I don't need to deal with gossip and chisme since I'm a vegan. I have no beef, cosmological marvels. I forge my tools from dying red giants. Gravity wells is what I leave when I work my magic. A fool for being too trusting. It's cool. I don't mind the lying. I don't mind the two-faced plastic smiles. I don't mind the words you were never brave enough to say to my face. I'm the Joker in every suit of playing cards where code switching and making my presence known comes as natural as a fish is when it comes to breathing underwater. So let me keep my serenity as I can assure you my ferocity is still intact, but I don't need to turn the other cheek since the laws of the universe will always cash out petty debts. I'm still working on transitions. Cut me some slack. But yeah, so let's see how these 2 go. Actually, we'll do this one first, because this one I feel like might be a little bit cool. So I've really gone into a more recent thing where like I'll try to pull a quote from like some famous individual in the past or an elder in the past and then, write about it. Because, sometimes you run into writer's block. That's what happens a lot. But anyway, so this one's a quote from Gloria Anzaldúa. Yeah, there we go. There's like 5 different languages like stuck up in my head, so sometimes the words come and flow. Don't blame me, society. Anyway. Caminante, no hay puentes, se hace puentes al andar. Translation, Voyager, there are no bridges. One builds them as one walks. I pride myself in being a mystical outlier where I can pivot my life as I see fit without needing to ask for permission. I've been a teacher for youth. I've been a mentor for my peers and a trusted confidant for my elders. I bridge generational wealth through the sharing of stories and truths, not contained by fine, detailed lines with gilded, capitalistic approved standards. I walk a path that is, in fact, not lonely. Even though I blend in the backgrounds of every scene, my presence is made known with every breath I steal and misty eyes, multicolored scales that fall from my wings with each flight I take. Mi herencia familiar incluye el superpoder que yo puedo caminar hasta el fin del tiempo y regresarme sin cansarme, el ritmo nativo que pulsa en mi corazón de viajar sin límite porque un colibrí no lo puedes atrapar. I've worn many hats in many spaces, but at the end of the day, I'm a builder of roads and trails. I lay the foundations for routes and paths that seem confusing and convoluted, but rest assured, my projects aren't meant for pocket vultures. Who knew? 2 energy drinks back to back? Hey, that's all the gas you need sometimes. All right. So last one, like for real. Alrighty, let's see. They call me many names, a bad hombre, a village idiota, an escaped convict who needs to be not 6 feet, but 18 feet deep down in the earth's bowels. But you see, the thing is, I'm a geomantic, alchemical mystery brought on by abusive European dynasties. In other words, I'm just built different. La tierra es donde viene mi sangre y sabiduría. Mis letras le dan fuerza a mis alas de colores para seguir triunfando más que simplemente existiendo. A silver-fanged creature of the in-between, neither from just being a daywalker or just a pitch-black, inkly skinwalker. I'm a Nahual fostered from being rooted as a being of the eclipse, where my very spatial occupancy rips through white superlatives. I go by many names, but for my friends, you can just call me by my name. For my family, they can call me by my government name because they family. But for my community, mi comunidad, where I share and break bread with, y'all can just call me Charlie, El Colibrí MC. I felt that was a good one to end on. Now that I think about it. Shout out to Past Me. Hey, sometimes you gotta high five yourself. If you liked what you heard, you can find me on IG. It's Aztec King 365, A to the Z to the E. Wait, A to the Z to the T to the E to the C, KING 365. But yeah, that's what I do. Oh yeah, I got you. A Z T E C KING 365. And yeah, I do have copies of my most recently published book as well. If folks want to like cop a copy, whatever you got in your pockets, that's fine by me. But cool.
Woo! I highly, highly, highly recommend buying a copy from Charlie. Charlie was our featured performer last January. That's wild. Yeah, that's wild. I'm sure we'll have you again. But really great words in the book. I can give my testimony on that. There's some good words in there. There's some great work, sincerely. Awesome. Thank you for sharing what makes your voice sacred, Charlie. Our resident Charlie. Now in the back they told me that we have 95 subscribers on our YouTube and we just need 5 more to get to 100. The suggestion from the audience was to make 5 more accounts. I don't feel like that's morally the right thing to do, but we could. This open mic costs $580 every month to put on. Additionally, about 15% of our annual budget comes from individual giving. Now, currently, we average about $75 in monthly donations, all right? Every little bit gets us closer to having this event be fully community funded. Give $5 a month. Know that your money goes to supporting the local artists that make our community great. Having said that, this event will always be free. We will never charge anyone to come through that door and sit in these seats and receive their videos. It will always be free. Okay. Yeah, truly. Again, safe space. One more thing. There's more people on this side, and I don't want to do that to y'all. So as a collective, because usually I'll split the room in half. As a collective, can I hear you all say hello? Roland, that is not what I said. It's always the elders that just want. I'm just kidding. One more time, say hey, hey. That's for you, Roland. All right, now this here is Sacred Voices Live, right? Well, we also have Sacred Voices Right. This is actually formerly our workshop that we did every third Friday of the month, but we have some new details on that, and Mix J, who was actually the host of that event, is here to tell you a little bit about that, all right? Yeah? All right, come on up. Give it up for Mix J. Also, feel free to pass those.
Hello, family. Oh, this isn't. Is it working? The mic? Oh. Hi, kids. There's no feedback. Because we're really professional here at Sacred Voices, is why we got the technology for y'all. Yeah, hey, everybody. My name is Mix J, if you didn't know that already. I'm one of the board members as well here at Sacred Voices. I'm a full time artist, and I host stuff like open mics and the writing workshop, which is every month with Sacred Voices. I did want to start off with a poem though, because we don't have to jump into all the announcements right away. So let me do that. I was in the back a little bit, checking in with everybody. So I'm happy to be here and excited for the feature. Speaking of full-time artistry, one of the things that I do professionally is drag. And yesterday I had a drag performance, and it was a song. The song was Diamonds by Rihanna. And it was, before that, the prequel was a poem that I wrote a few days ago. So this is my newest shit. Why did I lose it? Where did it go? Imagine if I deleted it. Oh no, there it is. Okay, yeah. So I guess I wrote this. What is that? What is... Y'all, not me looking. No. Now I can say the title. I didn't want to give it away when I read yesterday at the event, but it's called Diamonds. And somehow I keep shining. Just bright enough that people stay entertained and happy. Somehow my light never quite dies, despite exhaustion seeping through my pores. Please pick your poison. Life is grayscale, though, and I try to tip them in my favor. I'm exhausted, but I still do it. I'm exhausted, but I still love, I still meet, I still kiss, I still fuck, I still feel, I still hurt, I still yearn. I still show up to communities more than anything. People, lovers, non-sexual connections. But most of all, I still complain. I do it because somebody has to do it. I say. Every week I also say I don't have a type. Because in fact I hate everyone. I don't wear my heart behind my back. I don't keep my cards close to my chest. My neuroses lead my behavior to harden. Everyone must be perfect, or I want nothing and no one. There are too many cooks in the kitchen that either can't cook or aren't cooking anything I want to eat. Yet I, every day, am so very hungry. I wouldn't, and wouldn't you know it? Wouldn't you know it? The sun comes back out, and I care all over again, and somehow I keep shining bright, and somehow I keep shining bright. And then imagine Diamonds by Rihanna playing Shine Bright Like a Diamond. They were gagged. The girls can take it. So that's the little one since we're, close to the feature time. Shine Bright Like a Diamond. Yeah, it was fierce. It was a good time. If you ever want to see me do drag or see any of the art that I make, that's what I do full time. I'm a maker. So the shirt I'm wearing, which is a whole thing. Sickening Creations on Instagram and such. The flyer, so we did move the workshop, the monthly workshop, times and days of the month. It's every third Saturday now, 2 to 4. So hopefully that will work better for a lot of people. I know Fridays for me, Friday evenings are not the best, doing what I do. But yeah, third Saturday, that is next week Saturday, 2 to 4. It is still at Lighthouse Writers Workshop. I really like the location. It's a great space. And this month, since, oh my goodness, happy Poetry Month, everybody. Happy Poetry Month, especially to my poets holding it down. It's a lot. Every April hits and I'm like stressed because there's a lot to say. But yeah, please come through this month. Because of Poetry Month, I'm gonna focus in on poetry, but you can come write songs, comedy, sets, whatever you want, free write, stories, but it is gonna be inspired by poetry, I should say, rather than focused on. But yeah, it's interactive. It's really fun. I've had movement, a lot of group work, which I've always loved, like in school and stuff. So yeah, next Saturday, come through 2 to 4 at Lighthouse Writers Workshop on York Street. I'm going to pass out the flyers with the new information. So if you have one of these, throw those away, I guess. Throw those away, recycle them. And then next Wednesday, I host my monthly open mic at Same Cafe. It is called So All May Express, because Same Cafe is called So All May Eat. It's a pay what you can restaurant that serves mostly the food insecure on Colfax. And every month we have a completely different feature. It's a lot of fun. The vibe, like this one, is very unique because I bring string lights and candles and art books and fresh flowers. Yes, Jaden. Oh, as if I'm going to forget to mention the flowers. Yeah, and you can come play music, comedy. I've had improv troops, DJs, drag performers feature. This month, of course, Poetry Month. I'm going to have a slam poet specifically, showcase a little bit of that side of the community. So I'm going to hand out both flyers. And yeah, thank you for being here. If you ever want to feature or connect with me, my Instagram is on this little flyer. So please connect. Yeah, thank you for being here.
Thank you, Mix J. Love you too. Mix J is a lovely member of. Are you taking pictures? Roland's taking pictures of you. Pose. This is what I'm saying. Wait, Roland follows you around every day of your life. Like, wait a minute. Right. This is so unserious. Okay. Thank you, Mix J, for those announcements. We are getting ready to get into our featured performer, the lovely Alecia Jay Davis. And Alecia, I want to make sure that they're like primed for you, okay? So I'm gonna do you. I got you, okay? I got you. Cause Alicia's my girl. I got love for Alecia, okay? Here we go. Alecia Jay Davis is a poet, artist, and writer living here in Denver, Colorado with her wife. Originally from Wyoming, Alecia moved to Denver in 2020 and is thriving at the intersection of multiple communities: LGBTQ+, faith and recovery, art, performance, and writing. Alicia's first artistic love is poetry, and she celebrates how it can universally be a tool of expression for lives that are otherwise hidden by oppressive forms of culture and society. Yes, Alecia, I love that. Ooh. Oh, I love that. Her poems are personal, political, emotional, and romantic. She doesn't avoid tough subjects like the wounds and offerings of religion, the rewards and punishments of love, or the turmoil of being a political scapegoat. A constant theme in her work is a demand for dignity and justice for LGBTQ+ lives. Her poems have appeared in Ink in Thirds magazine. She was accepted into the Tin House 2024 Winter Workshop for her poetry and was just awarded a seat in the Advanced Generative Workshop to be taught by Eileen Miles at Lighthouse Lit Fest 2026. All right, come on, credentials. So please, with all your might, and I mean it, Roland, I mean it, with all your might, welcome Alecia Jay Davis.
All right, everybody give it up for, is this not on? Oh, okay. All right, thank you. Just too tall. Thank you, yeah. Let's give it up for Saturday, everybody, for putting on a great show for us. All right, Sacred Voices, how are we doing tonight? All right. I'm so excited and grateful to be your featured performer. Thank you to the Sacred Voices crew and team for having me, for asking me to be here, and for providing this amazing space for us, right? And for the wonderful community work that they do. Thank you to Mix J. Thank you to Charlie. Thank you to everybody who came out and performed tonight. All the artists, creatives, poets. We play a special role in the world. And it's no small thing, right? It reminds me of something that one of my favorite writers, James Baldwin, said, which is, I thought my pain and heartbreak was unprecedented in the history of the world, but then I read, right? And we get to provide that space of revelation and illumination for people, especially people who are suffering in the isolation of feeling like no one else in the world understands the pain that they're in. No one else understands the evil that they see in the world that's stressing them out. No one understands their challenges, their traumas. And, when we share our poetry, our work, we get to crack a light, into that darkness for others. So give yourselves a round of applause, please. Thank you for sharing your talents and bravery with me tonight and all of us. I appreciate it. All right. Well, I'm not going to waste time. I'm going to get right into poetry here. This first poem of mine is pretty fun. It's called For the Smile Behind the Other Register in Sephora. The garden leading to your face were gold frames and hoop gold earrings. They caught the radiance of your smile, of your black skin. She said, I love your hair, and blushed, and my big head of synthetic curled iron sprayed on mess. I'm all camouflage. I'm all repairs. I'm making Christian mothers stare and mutter in languages to their daughters through grinning droid teeth. Retail store counters are a forever place where I'm under glass, distracting even for the merchandise. You gave a gasp of fresh air to the late hours, early morning femme, the big girl on a budget, the politely dressed white woman with a dick, holding a basket full of promises, standing in her makeup, caffeinated in her makeup, standing in her feet. How long is this scroll? 6 foot, maybe 3 hinges locked under a tight wig cap of real curls growing? I am the eventually now has a 5 o'clock shadow, all-woman alternative built like a fridge. And you were my magnet, a smile that opened the door behind the counter, behind the forever glass of womanhood. Our admiration palpable in an entire room of concealed embarrassments, forever documented in this poem and in the halos that flash bright in a room that could not overtake us. Thank you. We have a small but mighty crowd here tonight. Appreciate every single one of you for being here. Can't tell you. All right, this next poem of mine's a little bit longer, but I really like it. It's something I worked very hard on. And I was challenging myself as a poet, as a writer, in this one craft-wise, where I'm doing something that I think is interesting, where I'm trying to resist metaphor in the poem. And one could even say it's anti-metaphor. And it starts out sort of playful, but then it gets more serious because I'm avoiding metaphor for a very specific reason, which I think will become apparent as I read. This poem is called Against Reckless. I find any metaphor for me today reckless, egotistical. A simple liar will never do. I have a claim. I became what I never was considered to be before, a woman. Into my own, I faced dark woods and didn't threaten to walk into them. I just went. And if you followed to see what happened, where there were once prominently broad shoulders, legs like oaks, a red-faced hunk swollen and sunken to the marrow, there is now the ebullient structure of a lady. The softest part of me rises to harmonize with the new frame of my determination. I adore it, me, the woman I am, my stunning wife, my community, the people that anticipate my every word, that blush to know who I have become and fashioned myself to be. Beauty has rendered its colors in soft pastels, laying delicate against an anemone, luminous and subtle, skin that's no longer bristled everywhere or stubborn, long arms thinned, a decrease in density which is dropped under vivacious curves which raise the temperature. I have a genuine smile above it all to behold. Ladies and gentlefolk, I don't understand what has happened any more than anyone can. I'm a mystery of clinical success, irreducible grit, sweetheart rebelliousness, a gentle product of immense pressure. If my old self died, which is more myth than true, then I pushed up a simple white rose arrayed with a diadem of morning dew. The rainbows in my vision are not flags, they are reflections. I can't give you a metaphor like Frost or Oliver because I became mine. I can't paint you a portrait like Georgia O'Keeffe, although I am trying. I am not a flower, a bird, the sky, or the feminine divine. I have become unrecognizable in my vibrant joy. Listen, it's like this. If you over-sexualize my portrait, it's in your eye that you hold us all hostage. I use a hormone and needle to survive what feels unsurvivable. I have yet to see a knife, but am permanently reframed and redefined. I'm happy with everything that's new. Suddenly I'm terrified at the risk that all I did was wrong for you. Fear has swiftly approached me for a conviction. I can't find my metaphor, my mirror, or a good shade of lipstick. Maybe I lacked a proper metaphor at the necessary moment, but would you have taken it, even if offered to you as a gift? I begged for more time, a little cover, a shelter from your storm, from this colossal mandate. But that would be reckless, to fail to offer the judges of my needs a good comparison. A settled matter of case law, maybe. Something objectively agreed upon. A verse of scripture. A study in something more ancient than medical phenomena. Ooh, a Presidential Medal of Freedom for a future trans author. Something superior to a brushstroke. More burdensome than the weight of joy. Brighter than the newly revealed light emanating from a trans person's face. What can't be undone by another century of hate? I have been a witness to what can change in an instant, if one is daring, if one just waits. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Now we're alive in here a little bit more. That's good. Glad y'all like that one. All right. So in 2024, in the first part of 2025, I had the great pleasure and honor of being mentored by an incredible poet named K. Ulande Barrett. And he gave me this recurring piece of advice that I think is really important for poets, which is to know your lineage and share your lineage, right? You know, who are you being inspired by? Who are you influenced by? Who's your poems in conversation with? You know, and it's good to share that every now and then. And now this next poem was actually very inspired by the work of a poet named Joshua Jennifer Espinoza, who's an incredible contemporary female poet who's also trans. It's had a major influence on me. And I can't recommend Jennifer Espinoza's book enough, especially her debut collection, There Should Be Flowers. And this poem is called Notes About Flowers, after Jennifer Espinoza. Some days I know there's no way of bringing it up without them becoming stressed and interrupting me, with a worried consideration for a supposed everybody. So I just don't mention that being a trans woman is so anxiety-ridden that it has led me to quit coffee. Even the piquancy of decaf is more encouragement than I can handle now. Read, I have an abundance of things that keep me awake, and I am in greater need of something gentle against my cheek. I have no vase to fill if you brought me flowers, but I do have a spirit that I can raise to its author in heaven. And there I find peace. greater peace than this world and all its laws and self-appointed experts and warriors can offer. My pot is filled with more than it can hold. And if I water their garden first, my tongue held firm, presence will be my reward. But if I lose track of my precious hours, trying to speed up, to conform, I taste and feel little in this world that is not stressed by power, pressure, and by my fear of what everyone else is trying to control about us as we fail to grow old. Thank you. Thank you, guys. All right. This next poem is called Daughter. Dear sister, do you remember us talking? I said, do you know how men will look at you in disapproval and think it matters? I'm filled with an ungodful sourness, a rage, pulled muscles, ruptures, scrapes, clenched fists, and forgotten breaths. And it no longer matters. Thank the heavens, I am now beautiful. Will soon be called daughter. Will always be remembered again as child and not as son. That was a tension, an empty promise that I never could have honored, and we both know it. I am something much more dangerous and volatile, an elephant in the room. Out of the closet, elegant, sometimes rude, holding for the inevitable applause. No longer miserable. In other words, vibrant. We both know now that all men are secretly tender, that we women are strenuously fashioned, the stitching holding their clothes together, the basket for everything they can't carry in the world, the truth that those not afraid of their most tender and true secret are the most fun. You and I are doomed to be much more serious. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Real quick, big shout out to our opening act, Gingy. That was incredible and beautiful what you did for us. Honey, you are a star. Thank you for shining your light for us tonight. Excuse me. All right. Making myself cough up here. Okay. I have a quick little suite of poems for y'all. And there's two things I want to say before I get into them. Is that these poems were written, one, before I met my beautiful, amazing wife, who's incredibly supportive and supports me so much as an artist and a poet. She is a pillar of support, by my side in my pursuit of greater heights as an artist. And the other thing is, these poems were also written before I found sobriety and before I struck gold with the incredible community of love and support that came into my life when I found that innovation and liberation of becoming sober. So now that my conscience is clear, that I've told you all that, I can get into some somewhat scandalous poems from the archive. Yeah. Okay. And this first one, it's a little spicy, but we'll get through it. It's a little rough. It's called Side Piece. Am I going to get hurt? You want me, but girl, do you talk on a trans woman's name? Or is it okay for you to have a girlfriend, a top without a hallway? At risk on the sidewalk, curtains drawn as soon as it gets dark anyway. Head on a swivel to a metronome of corners and men. Let's be honest. I never thought that you would actually undress and see in the mirror everything that you need. I am the weekend, the weekday weed that you breathe when it's lonely. On Monday, we both agree you don't know me like that and won't see a text. Thank you. This next one's it's a little prettier, a little sweeter. It's called Perfumes, or Perfume times 2. I want our perfumes to mix together, leave a destination on the bed sheets. I want to keep it on a pillowcase, on a blanket, on the couch, in our hair after a makeout. I want to drizzle and press a fresh layer of perfume into my wrist before I wrap you a gift. Maybe put it directly on the paper like a bank statement. Just a chance to live a little longer with you. Thank you. Okay. So this next one in this little vignette of scandalousness is specifically for anyone in a situationship, whether you are the situationer or the situationee, whoever it is that is madly in love with someone who's not making themselves available and who has no plans of making themselves available. If this is you, I want to say you are worth so much more. And there's a love being authored for you that you are 100% worth and 100% deserving of. And it's coming to find you. And it'll show up right on time. And in the meantime, know your worth. Know your worth. Find your worth. All right? Now, this poem is when I was still just trying to get that figured out. And I wasn't quite there yet. And it's called Darlin' Pass It. You are definitely the closest, the nearest, to seeing my life as an adult woman, as babe, as tall as tenderness, as courageous, as sweeter than any wine we could drink. You're in my living room again, acting like we don't have feelings, until you want to share a blanket, until you want to watch something on your phone together, and for me to turn off the TV. Parker Posey. It's an exercise. We take turns, excited, holding the screen on each other's lap, every visible hand close. You like to hold it in front of you on your turn sometimes, so our necks are almost touching. Don't think I haven't noticed. We both get sleepy, passing the pen, and like to laugh as an intimate habit anymore. Your animated hands always touching my thighs, and rarely my arms. Tonight I let my wrist relax, hand fall on your ankle, an old move of mine. You let it linger, then resist with shifting legs, shoulders, everything over to your corner of the couch. I get depressed and maybe a little annoyed, considering. In my own corner, all square trans shoulders and chin, a new fact in the room approaching permanence. I'm becoming too hot to not have pride. As if a straight woman with an asterisk, grown, playing emotions, hiding, or waiting weeks to use words again for anything nice, anything that could be mistaken as interested or gay, missing without a trace. Darling, hide it all away again. You left so much perfume behind on the throw pillow, the blanket, my perfume still intact against my neck, chest, the thinning of my wrists. You left these emerging breasts haunted, tender with a soft itch below the skin buzzing, begging for your kiss. We'll both race to text each other the next day over coffee, as always. Thank you. I'm glad y'all like that one. Thank you. All right. This poem is just like kind of the somber resolution to the last few poems. And it's called all the things you are. Woeful and unblessed tonight after she didn't text. I pined over her all day, my head echoing against the bruise that she leaves. Broad signals of lust and longing, pooled up gestures of stagnant affection. She has a boyfriend. And I'm just the one that gets taken out for date after date after date. Who am I? Maybe I'm an easy cover story because I'm trans. Perhaps I'm the one who forgets that women like me get murdered for less than the price of onions, make for less tears. The noise in my head half empty. I'm having a drink at the cafe where these poems are written alone at the end of weekend nights, with exposed brick, thick wooden tables, a musician playing, local abstracts. It's a place where you can get drunk or go get coffee. Someone else is admiring me here, though. I can feel the softness of her eyes like a cloud lifting pressure from me as she pours espresso and shakes martinis. Someone sees the woman in me. Does she know how that feels? It's hard to imagine that she does. I'm fair with my sentence. We are not the same kind of woman. Thank you. Yeah, sometimes in the first poem you paint the other person with dirt, and then in the second poem you look in the mirror and you realize you're covered. All right. Thank you all. I think about like 2 more poems for us. And, we have a small crowd in here tonight, but lively and awesome and supportive. But I want to give a shout out to the folks watching on the live stream at home. I have some family and friends tuning in from different parts of the country. And, I appreciate it so much. And I want you to know that I brought you up here with me. I always bring you up here with me, even when you can't watch. It helps me with my nerves. And I learned that trick from watching my Angelou interviews. I have rainbows in my clouds. I have a lot of rainbows in my clouds. And I appreciate you being with us here and supporting Sacred Voices, which is an awesome organization here in Denver. Thank you all. Okay. This next poem, I would be remiss not to perform it. Here as we're right after Easter, because I wrote it right after Easter last year. And it's called Trumpeter. I'm hearing a trumpeter warm his instrument into a lilting trill down at the bus stop below our apartment. The notes condensed on the window until one became too heavy to cling to glass and rolled in an effortless stream down the pane, long enough for my ear to discern melody. I rushed and opened the window. Immediately the runs landing in between industrial engine men yelling, flexing their throats like terriers on the way to the train station. Ah, trumpet, smooth in your weariness, your rhythms mourn the late hour of their use. Spring has come again. The stone was thrown from the tomb, and we've all repented. Only raindrops have fallen amid empires. Only flowers in their histamines bloom from death to wander freely against gravity. No atrocity is less criminal or less casually executed than it was yesterday. And there's too many for me to mention. The snow is gone, but the hungry still wander. We still own in this apartment one more coat than is needed, out of the closet, just resting on the back of a chair in the living room. And we're still here. Are we yielding fruit worthy of repentance? Are we giving freely enough of what is given to us in abundance? Dear trumpeter, like a soft voice in the wilderness, keep playing blue notes and minor keys. Bus driver, will you please get stopped at one more red light? And surely one day still, dear trumpeter, your heavenly cousin wrapped in silk will be asked to lift our hearts as bare seeds sown in the brokenness of soil eventually yield a harvest toward heaven. For it has been spoken. We will all be changed in a moment, in the twinkling of an eye, at the last trumpet. Thank you. Thank you. Glad you liked that. All right. Yeah, this poems. It is indeed. It is indeed. Thank you. But it's one of my favorite pieces that I've ever written, and I think it. You know, I discussed lineage earlier, right? And when I first started talking to you guys, I quoted James Baldwin. I mentioned Joshua Jennifer Espinosa, Maya Angelou, you know, but Mary Oliver has had an enormous influence on me. And she's no longer with us, but she's wildly popular, right? She's pretty ubiquitous, but I think for good reason. And I think, you know, her place in the canon of American poetry is going to be pretty well cemented in the decades to come. And what excites me so much about this poem is I feel like I'm bearing a similar witness as Mary Oliver demonstrated in her poetry, except, you know, where she was doing it out in the woods and by the beach, I'm doing it walking around my neighborhood in Denver. And so yeah, this is for all of us here. And I hope you enjoy it. It's called The Mirror. I patted around again in the dust slide of our neighborhood, witnessed so many beautiful, wonderful things, innumerable, stunning, like the blackbird that opened its wings and slid over me on a silent ribbon of wind, out from behind the brick of a cottage home on 28th Street. In a sweep of flowing air, light and rigid, alone it tilted swiftly, relaxed, bathed in sun, wings and belly one incandescent mirror. The light of evening gold leaf on her onyx body as she lifted over invisible bridge, gilded, crowned, in the light of mercy and warmth to an exposed barren tree. I believe in a spirit of wisdom, of what Solomon spoke and the scribes across the years, imploring us that wisdom, her income, is more than silver, finer than gold. Nothing in fact compares. Long life she gives, painted with honor, riches, walked on paths of pleasantness and peace. Today I saw the purest gold on the wings and body of a crow, flashed for a moment by the evening sun. My hands now as empty as they were when I found it. Thank you. All right. Thank you, Sacred Voices. I'm Alecia Jay Davis, Alecia. Yeah, hope all of you get home safe, and let's mingle for a minute and exchange Instagram handles and things like that. All right, come back up, Sarah.
Wait, you stay there though.
All right.
Yes, please give it up for Alecia Jay Davis. Now, something I like to do sometimes, which I like to do more consistently, but we have a little bit of time, so I just want to ask real fast. When it comes to writing, is it that you have to feel a creative urge and then you write, or do you just write to write and wait for the creativity to hit you?
Oh, that's a good question. So I'm becoming more of a writer that writes to write. I think most of what I performed for y'all tonight, I kind of got myself into a rhythm. One thing I do is I'll find, whether like scrolling on Instagram, following Poetry Is Not a Luxury, or, you know, just in all my different poetry collections, I'll kind of take pictures. I'll even go to the library and take pictures of poems that I really like. And then I'll sit down with my journal and I'll study a few poems by writing them out by hand, so I can really live in the atmosphere and environment that the poet was writing in. And then usually once I write 3 or 4 poems, before you know it, I'm writing. Yeah. So that's, and I don't know, I do think it's good to be consistent, to sit down, let your muse know where to meet you, you know? So I think that's a good thing. Yeah.
I love that. And then one more question, especially because your lovely wife is here and you've been very verbal about, the love of your life. Do you find that your creativity has been even more inspired through married life? Because unfortunately, some poets are living a lonely life, for example, right? And I know it sounds silly, but I'm serious. Like some poet, they said, "Why'd you call me out?" Oh, stop it. Y'all know what I meant. You're lucky to not be lonely, is what I'm trying to say. The whole room is mad at me.
I'm very lucky. I am very lucky. I'm very blessed. Super duper blessed. I mean, if y'all want to hear a love poem, I can read you a love poem. But I think you kind of just, as poets and artists, right? We kind of just have to create regardless of what is happening in the world. You know what I mean? And so, I mean, I've written in strife, I've written in loneliness, I've written in heartbreak, but I have written some very beautiful poems since I met my wife, Brenda, for sure. Beautiful. I mean, the one nice thing is, like, before coming to a performance, I had someone to help with my hair tonight, or normally I would have just been doing all of it, So it's like having that support, having that love, I mean, there's amazing heartbreak. It's easy to write from heartbreak and unrequited love and all of that. Like some of the best songs we've ever heard come from that place. But I don't know. Yeah, love is it's a gold mine. Yeah. It's a gold mine. Yeah.
I love it. Please give it up one more time for Alecia Jay Davis. Thank you for being here. Thank you for always showing up. Alecia is someone that I feel like I saw you once, and then I just keep seeing you since then, and I love it. You're a family member here at Sacred Voices, and we just adore you. So thank you for being you.
I love it here. I love it here.
Yeah. Always welcome. Give it up one more time. Put the battery in. Please, I should learn to say. Now, I just want to go back a few seconds. I think I did offend some people in the room. I did not mean anything when I said... No, I looked at everybody. What do you mean, just leave it? Y'all... I will leave it. I will leave it. They told me to leave it. We're going to talk after the show. But I absolutely adore what you said, Alecia, as far as like just creating from all spaces, whether it's from strife, from love, all of the above. It's so important. And I just love that. Angel here, was Angel Anderson? Yes. Angel Anderson performed for us earlier, but I wanted to see if we can get that guitar amplified just a bit more. So we're going to see if we can give you time for one song. I have a Luna guitar too. I have the Luna Peace guitar. It's beautiful. What's her name? Luna. Yeah. Nice to meet you, Yui. Sweet. All right. Let's. Oh, no, please. Don't make me do another one. Oh, whatever. Oh, no, please. Plugs it in. All right. Can we see if that guitar is amplified in the back? And your volume's all the way up.
Volume's all the way up, yeah.
Volume is all the way up on the guitar. All the musicians are like, we got you, we got you.
Y'all are the best.
Is that too close? You good?
I'm good. No, where am I singing though? Hi. Okay, so we're doing this again. What? Okay. So just one more song? Ooh, Which one? Which one? Which one? Which one?
Take me off camera though.
So the ancient.
We'll roll with it.
Okay. Yeah, I was actually just recording this one earlier today. It's unreleased. So, it's a story older than time itself. The love affair between rage and beauty. 6 moons ago, the last I saw this castle lay, and I raised a cup. Tonight the carnage marks my arms. I feel the rain. Yeah! Ah! I lock with luck and rosy cheeks from rides gone by. And you- right? Hi.
We care about our artists.
You guys are the best. 6 moons ago, the last I saw this castle lay, and I raised a cup. Tonight the carnage marks my arms. I feel the red, my gaze rose up. I lock with luck and rosy cheeks from rides gone by, and younger winds, my gorgeous maid, in faded dreams, her marriage us put to an end. 6 moons ago, when the last I saw this castle lay, and I raised a cup. Tonight the carnage marks my arms. I feel the red, my gaze rose up. She meets my eye, looks down unsure, whips out her smile, her special spark, wanders alone, unsatisfied. Our brother gray, my difference stark, from 6 moons ago, when the last I saw this castle lay, and I raised the cup. Tonight the carnage marks my arms. I feel the red, my gaze rose up. I feel her heat before my breath, as she draws close, her lips a pout, her tender touch to trace my chest. I don't resist, the flesh howls out. 6 moons ago, the last I saw this castle lay, and I raised a cup. Tonight the carnage marks my arms. I feel the red, my gaze rose up. I feel the red, my gaze was caught. And caught, that's the name of that one. Thank you, thank you. That one will be out with my album, The Fire Gnome, out in August. So far, I'm doing like pre-records on that, so keep tuned in. A Shirtless Poet, Angel Anderson, on streaming services. And yeah, have a good night, everyone.
Woo! And with that being said, right? I want to give a big shout out to Jade and Cal for helping me out with that as well. We just care so much about our poets and musicians and our artists. And we really want you to come back, so we wanted to make sure we can get you better audio, but we got you. We will figure this out for you. Yeah, we jam, for sure. My hand may be in that footage, but, you know, you'll see me kind of bobbing to the... Right. Yeah, run me that money. Yeah. One hand is like at least 5K. Two hands, yeah, you're lucky. You're lucky this time. No? Okay. Please come back every second Friday. We are here down at Denver Community Media. You all have been great. Big shout out to Gingy, our opening act this evening. A big shout out to Alecia Jay Davis, our lovely featured artist. And a big shout out to each and every one of you for being here and making this space so special. And guess what? You have also made this evening very sacred. So thank you for sharing what makes your voices sacred. Have a beautiful evening, and we'll see you next time. Have a good night.